I woke up one night and there was a lot of noise, like the breaking of glass. And I looked out, I looked through the blinds, and I saw that there were people throwing stones through the windows that I knew that the Jewish people lived there. And they were throwing stones through all the windows, bricks and all kinds of things through those windows. And I realized that they're breaking all the windows of the Jews. And that is what became the infamous Kristallnacht, Crystal Night. So I dressed myself warm and I ran out of the house. I was afraid. I was always afraid to stay in the house since I was deported. And I ran out of the house and I ran to the next block, and there was someplace nearby was this synagogue, Breuer Synagogue, spelled B-R-E-U-E-R. And that synagogue was in flames, and there were, young people standing there throwing stones through these beautiful windows. It was a gorgeous synagogue. It was well known, beautiful, and it was up in flames. And I was standing there at the corner in awe. The synagogue was something. We went to the synagogue even the recent Friday, the recent Sabbath, and now the synagogue is in flames. I couldn't get over that, but I realized very quickly that I can't push my luck, and I kept on running. I thought this was just taking place in our street, and I just kept on running and running at any place just to get away from this chaos. And then I realized that they were still throwing bricks in many other windows. And I went to this main street where we had the store, and all the windows were broken, and they had Jude written in big letters, Jude. And I went and I ran back again. I didn't know where to run. I always thought that there must be a place where they didn't throw these. But wherever I ran, they were throwing bricks, and I had a little money from the things I thought. I decided to run to the railway station because my second sister, Mary, was still in Munich. And I thought I'll go to Munich because this way I'll go away from here. And that's what I did. And I got to the railway station and I got to a train, and the train took me to Munich, and I thought, oh, I'm glad I'm getting away from that chaos. But when I got to Munich, the same thing was happening there.